Hello, this is Scott Ahlstrom, and today we're going to talk about one of the biggest but possibly least talked about crises facing Pakistan. Water is running out and may face absolute scarcity by the year 2040. Many are calling it a bigger threat to the country than terrorism. Pakistan currently ranks third in the world among countries facing acute water shortage. It is quickly climbing the ladder to number one on a list no country wants to be on. To begin, let's take a quick look at this news clip from just a few months ago, as it highlights some of the points we're going to mention today.
The world. Global forecasts have painted a grim picture for Pakistan, which is predicted to face a severe water shortage by the year 2025. The Washington-based magazine of the International Monetary Fund has placed Pakistan at third position in the list of countries facing acute water scarcity. And as per the latest reports, the per capita availability of fresh water in Pakistan has fallen below the water scarcity threshold. Though South Asia has only 4% of the global land area, it homes around 21% of the world's population. Unfortunately, the region is also one of the most climate change affected zones in the globe. And for Pakistan, it faces a number of challenges to keep up with the rising demand and diminishing quality of fresh water.
So, to recap, population has quadrupled in the last 60 years. The resources cannot keep up with the growth. The current water storage capacity of Pakistan is only 30 days, meaning that its reservoirs can only sustain the country for 1 month without any rain. To give a comparison, India has a storage capacity of 220 days, Egypt for 1,000 days, and America for 900 days. Regarding climate change, the constant heat waves and droughts have caused for the soil to be drier and evaporate quicker. The canal and irrigation systems are not distributed efficiently and suffer major leakage issues. The cost for canal water for agricultural purposes is also highly underpriced, only bringing in a quarter of its annual operating and maintenance costs, and the available surfaced water goes mostly untaxed. Finally, many people in India or in Pakistan blame India for much of the water problems. The Bagaliar Dam in the disputed region of Kashmir and the Indus River Basin. India builds and controls the dam, which is built on the Chenab River and affects what Pakistan has access to and how much they receive. They're left to trust in their enemy for part of their water supply. So what can be done? There's a lot. Let's take a look at a few options. Water treatment facilities are currently only functioning in Islamabad and Karachi, but are really only moderately working. It is estimated that even if they were fully functional, they would only be able to treat about 8% of Pakistan's wastewater. Without working facilities, many toilets are linked to leaking pits or septic tanks that lead to open drains or streams and into the soil. Many rural areas still practice open defecation, dumping their fecal waste into rivers and fields, or as the picture indicates, open holes out in the street where people have to use the bathroom publicly. Having working bathrooms is something that definitely needs to happen if the country is to move forward. Phoebe Sleet, a research analyst for Global Food and Water Crisis, has reported, and I quote, "Although current trends in water management are alarming, there have been some potentially positive indicators for the future. In 2018, Pakistan's Council of Common Interest finally approved the milestone national water policy. The 41-page document specifies, among other things, that 10% of funds from the National Public Sector Development Program will go towards water infrastructure, as well as setting out goals to reduce the water loss through degraded infrastructure," end quote. There are, however, problems as part of the document contradict others, and many parts are vague in how it will accomplish the goals in place, which, if not followed through, as Phoebe states, quote, "will leave Pakistan in an increasingly precarious position." Investing in treatment facilities would make a sizable difference in eliminating contamination and improving how water is used. Pakistan does have many dams in place, however, most are not utilized and functioning as they should be. The government of Pakistan in 2018 asked for help to fund a $14 billion project to build 2 new dams. This would help with storing more water, increasing the country's supply, as well as with electricity. Many celebrities have contributed to the fund, but there is still a lot needed to fund the project. China has also been a great contributor and is helping with both the construction of dams as well as projects to help with sanitation and drinking water options. All of this falls under the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor project that was touched upon a couple weeks ago. Many of the above-mentioned issues could be resolved if those in government and parliament positions would follow through and create and sustain initiatives that would help with building and maintaining facilities and doing more to keep dams running correctly. Many promises are made, but there seems to be little follow-through. With the crisis worsening, many are starting to see that something needs to be done ASAP. By better regulating water prices and how it is used, things will start improving, even if slowly at first. The image shown here of a classroom was from a presentation given through the Eco-Literacy Initiative in Lahore. They're a group that teaches about the environment, aiming to teach others about reducing pollution and wasting resources. This particular picture was a presentation about conservation and the importance of water and its uses. They say that the sessions are interactive and always successful, with the children wanting to do their part to help. With the help of government assistance and other agencies allowed to go and teach, increase awareness, and distribute information to teach others, it will make a huge difference in making sure that Pakistan will have the water they need for years to come. The people of Pakistan want to do their part. Many times they just don't know how or what to do or have the resources to do it as best. I pray that things can improve and resources put in place to help the Pakistanis have the water they need to not only survive, but to thrive. Thank you for your time. Here's the resources used.